Good morning. My name is Debo Onifade. I'm CEO of Delon Academy. So today I'd like to talk about reskilling. For us, I know people have different definitions. For us, we differentiate reskilling from upskilling. We'll say that upskilling means we use that term upskilling in Delon when we're talking about improving engineers' skills, improving skills for people that are already technical people. But we use the term reskilling when we're talking about non-engineers or non-technical people that are trying to transition into engineering or technology. And in this age where people are talking about AI, people are talking about many things that might or that will reduce the need to hire in future, I think it's important for every company to consider reskilling. Or, I learned of a bank recently, no, not recently, a few years ago, that fired many people because they put in place new technologies, you know, a new technology that you know made it unnecessary to keep many staff, and all the staff were fired. Now, I remember asking then if a good number of these people were considered for reskilling, and the person that told me about it said no, they just didn't need them. Today, we're having, in the last few years also, we have many banks that try to get rid of staff when they are 40 something, getting close to 50. They're not as productive as that 25-year-old guy, and so on. So it's easy for, once that guy does anything wrong, or once that lady does anything wrong, you retrench the person. Now, but we've been talking to our clients in recent years about reskilling. And especially, I'm talking especially about those people who are in their late 30s, early 40s, who are still brilliant, ready to transition. And we encourage clients that you think about, no, you can't force anybody to transition. You cannot force people to reskill, but you can provide a lot of incentives for people to participate in reskilling. You can encourage them. It's not easy, when you have 3 4 kids, busy at work till 7 8 p.m. It's not easy to reskill. Let's get that straight. But it has become very expedient, not just because many people in that between 20 and 30, 35 are traveling abroad from Nigeria, relocating to Canada, the UK, and other countries. Not just because of that, but because there's still a good number of talented Nigerians in late 30s, early 40s, that can still be very valuable to you. And rather than get rid of them because they're not really excellent, they're not really needed at this time, why don't you think about reskilling them? Why don't you ask them if they are willing to learn how to become project managers, how to become quality assurance engineers, how to become, performance testers. Why don't you ask them and give them the opportunity? So that's my message today. We're working with a client right now. We're hoping to get opportunity. It's not they haven't given us a job yet, but the discussion is that they will reskill, more than 20 people per cohort, and we will provide training 2 hours, a few hours a day to people that have full-time jobs. And these people will continue to do their jobs, but they will create time, maybe after work or early morning, to learn. And they will learn weekends also. And this staff would have to pass at the end of the day because they must do well to earn some kind of incentive that the companies trying to create for them. And for us, we find that very exciting because it's probably our first opportunity to reskill. And I've always talked about reskilling, and I think it's important for companies to consider reskilling. Let's not just allow people. I used to know somebody who is very brilliant. He's a manager, but in a branch, in a bank branch. And so he's been doing marketing, but he's also been learning engineering for years. He's tried to really brush up himself a lot. He's done certifications, but it's been difficult for him to, get an opportunity to transition. And I felt, hey, that this guy should be a hot cake for that bank. Somebody that has gone out of his own way to learn, to acquire skills that will be useful to that bank. I think that bank should consider that person, should take him very seriously. So, but we shouldn't leave it to people. We need to deliberately find ways to reskill. Again, not everybody can be reskilled, but we need to approach them, encourage them, find out who is interested, find out who is not just interested, but who is also capable, and give them opportunities to reskill. So that's just all I want to talk about today. Let's not think it's impossible. People can start a fresh career at 40, 45. That person still has 10, 15, sometimes 20 years to work. Let's not be quick to terminate their work because a role has become unimportant. Let's consider them for other roles that are important today. So if you're out there, you're head of training, head of learning, and you need our advice about reskilling, please reach out to us. Sometimes we are providing it free of charge. We just want to add value. And if you want us to provide training, we are good at it. It's something that, excites us, and we can help reskill. We think generally, I believe that Nigeria must upskill its people, whether it's training beginners or upskilling people that are already IT savvy engineers, or reskilling people that are non-engineers, bringing them into engineering. We just must find ways to provide digital skills to our people in order to grow our economy. Until I come your way again, I wish you a blessed day ahead.